morning. It's Ginny and Tim at
Hello.
DS Tech, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Windows 10 end of life. Basically going to revisit it for you, so that you know the risks and you can make an educated decision on what to do about your PCs that are old and still running Windows 10. So that's it. Just make it. We're gonna talk about that and leave your comments and questions below the video. And at the end, I'll tell you how to get your free security assessment.
Yeah. So we've done a couple episodes on this already, but it is a very important point. That's why I'm still revisiting it kind of one last time. And it is 2026 now. Yes, we've done these, and Windows 10 did go end of life in October of last year. So clearly, it's been end of life for a little while now. But what does all that actually mean? So when Microsoft support ends,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you seeing security problems yet with people still running Windows 10?
It kind of, there are some critical bugs already out there that if you don't have, the extended service update, which I'll get into later, where you can pay Microsoft to have a little bit more security.
I'm getting ahead of them.
But if you have like a Windows 10 personal home computer, there are some bugs already out there that are critical that can be exploited on your system, right? But again,
and we wouldn't know about Windows Home ones because we work with business.
And it just ramps up as it goes. So what happens when Microsoft ends support? It doesn't mean your computer shuts off. It still works. So the regular person, you turn it on, you can still do business, all that stuff. It looks like it's working good, but at the same time, you want to be kind of very cautious with that because operating systems are constantly being attacked, researched, and probed, especially now that attackers are using like AI tools. They're trying to find the vulnerabilities even more. And so they don't stop just being discovered because the support ends. The difference is now they remain permanently exposed. That turns Windows 10 into a predictable target. Threat actors actively track end-of-life systems because they know the patches won't come. There could be a delay to upgrading, all that kind of stuff. So really, how it works is that the risk multiplies exponentially over time. And what that means is at first, like right now, it's only been a couple months. There's a couple critical vulnerabilities, all that stuff. But as time goes on, more and more are being created, and it just ramps up to where you may have, say, there's 10 criticals now, there could be 100 in a little bit, and then it's not being patched, and so it's just like someone told me the joke wasn't a joke, it was a true story, but he had an old Windows XP system that he used for all of his business and all this stuff for personal reasons like Excel spreadsheets and Word document or whatever it was back then. He made the mistake of connecting it to the internet one time. And the next day, by the time he already got to his computer, it was just like completely destroyed, right? There was so many viruses on it, so much everything. It was really heartbreaking. I was able to at least save his documents from him onto a thing and get him on a modern PC. But that was just showing that he knew the risk. He's like, I can't connect this to the internet. It's so old. It's this and that. And I literally connected to the internet, and then one day later, boom, just hit. And that's obviously, it's not going to be as egregious with Windows 10 yet, but give it a couple of years, and those Windows 10 machines are going to be very, very dangerous because
kind of like letting your locks rust and stuff like that. It's like
eventually you can break it with a ball peen hammer. You don't need a sledgehammer anymore. So basically the risk multiplies over time because more and more exploits are being created and none of them are being patched. So and then the biggest thing is if you have a business and you're in a compliance or regulated industry, like you're doing credit card payments, maybe you're in banking, maybe you're in healthcare, maybe whatever you're doing, you actually have to have the latest supported hardware to be in compliance. Otherwise, you could potentially get fined, penalties, non-compliance. You could lose. It all varies depending on the industry. I won't get into the details, but you have to be doing it just to be compliance for security. So again, there's also an operational side where sometimes vendors and support for software, if you go too long, they won't work with the old operating system. Sometimes you see the reverse of that too, where like the newest and latest, greatest, your stuff won't work with Windows 11, and it's extremely frustrating. But it can also go the opposite way too, where if you wait too long to upgrade stuff, it's no longer going to work with the latest software, and they say we can't officially support you. And so if you have the software on an old system and you run into a problem and you call them like, help, it's not working, they're like, well, that's an old system, we can't help you. And that conversation just ends, and it's very frustrating, right? So
I remember a customer that had their DOS software still.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know how to help you with this.
Yep. Sorry, I mean, you need Lotus Notes still? I mean, I can try to find that on the archive site or something for you, but the official support is not there, right? Yeah, exactly. So sometimes, like with that, you have the operational impact too. And the reality of it, where I wanted to kind of get into is I wanted to talk about, because in 2026 right now, at the time of filming this, prices are extremely volatile for both the memory, your RAM, and then your hard drive storage. So
they're going up
typically
at the end. I mean, even in a day.
every day, they're
Yeah,
just
like, it's crazy.
and so normally I'm very against the extended updates. Like if you have the business and you have the ability to spend it and you can just get new hardware, that's the best return on investment for yourself, right? You get new hardware that's compatible, goes forward. But I also understand that if you're running tight and lean as a business, you have 5 computers to replace, and usually they're like, $1,500 or whatever, but now they're looking at $2,500 or $3,000 a piece. It's going to make you think twice. So I totally get that. And if that's at that point, it may make sense to get the extended service update, which costs like $61 for the first year. Then it's $121, and then it's finally $240. But to do an extended service update, maybe wait a year in hopes that the market will settle down or the fluctuation of the hardware can settle before you do your upgrades. I totally get it. But at the same time, you don't want to just do nothing. Right? You don't want to just sit there and be like, well, I don't want to pay for the extended service update and I don't want to do this. You got to do something, whether it's upgrade to Windows 11 or pay for the updates is the biggest thing. So again, that's what talks about when ESU makes sense, when Microsoft offering the extended service updates, end of life. It's not a long-term solution. It's a temporary mitigation strategy. Again, if you need 12 to 24 months to stabilize hardware budgets or whatever, it makes sense to go forward. And if you're a client of ours, chances are we've been working with you about this for a long time. You're probably already on your ESUs on your Windows 10s, all that kind of stuff too, but something to really think about and make sure you're there.
We did do an audit of all of our customers and went through and helped them either get ESUs or new systems. Some of our customers
get in front of them.
Matter of fact, we kind of got ahead of the big
hardware. Exactly, because we were working on this last year when prices are still somewhat normal, put that in quotes. They're still inflated, but it's nowhere near like it was now. And so and all this ties into what they call life cycle management.
We're always thinking about you.
So trying to stay ahead of it.
We're always trying to help you out.
So whether your business has, say, 5 computers or 500, you should have what they call a inventory. So even if you're not required to do this, it would be useful to have a spreadsheet somewhere which lists when did you buy your computer, what's the specs on it, what's the serial number on it, some basic information. If you work with us, we can get you a report of the software we have installed on your computers for you. But having that report is useful. And then every year, don't wait till Windows 11 is now end of life to start replacing everything. Maybe pick one system a year to replace, slowly replace them and upgrade. Just having that inventory will help you manage and come to a decision on what systems need to be replaced, when they need to be replaced, and helping stay ahead of the game so you're not just reacting and then having to buy $3,000 computers that are overpriced and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully, that's just the biggest thing is you don't want to wait too long, and having a plan in place, knowing what your inventory is will help reduce the risk of having an old device that you'd realize wasn't patched. It's like, oh, I never realized the laptop that I use occasionally in the field was Windows 10 still, and you finally turned it on and now it's got all these security problems.
I did the opposite at home. I haven't turned on my home desktop in a long time, and I turned it on and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna want to do something with this.
No banking, no passwords until I get the updates on it.
And it's because I use my laptop all the time, so I'll figure that out. I have to.
The biggest takeaway from all of this is I totally understand that the hardware is crazy right now. Maybe you don't want to invest in all the new systems. Makes sense. Get the extended service updates so you're at least protected, and then when the market stabilizes, then make your hardware upgrades and then go from there. So
if you're a client of ours, get in touch because we can help you with that, which we probably already did if you are. So now that I said that out loud.
But still, it's still good, just a reminder, just because sometimes, and then
maybe something shut off in the closet that you forgot about.
And then if you're not a client of ours, reach out if this is something you're interested in. We do this for all of our clients. So definitely reach out, become a partner, and we can help you.
Start with your free security assessment because we'll scan your network and give you, all of our advice on it. So do that. And it's easy to do. Just go to our website, dstech.net, and click the free security assessment, put in your information and you're good, or just fill in the contact us form. Either way, easy peasy, get in touch with us and we'll help you out. So make it a great day. We'll see you next time. Stay safe.